My name is Kathleen Glossa, and I called Best Plumbing when my toilet in the basement, I have a finished basement, clogged up, and I had company, and there was no fixing it. When I used to say to anybody I had to call a plumber, you have an imagination of what that's going to be like, and that is not your experience when you call Best. It just seems like older homes just have their unfortunate share of plumbing problems in Seattle. I plunged, and he plunged, and I plunged again, and there was no fixing it. It was time to call a plumber. I called the dispatch number online, which was great because they were able to walk me through what my problem was and send a plumber out right away. A great guy shows up at my doorstep named Justin, and he's just set to come on in my home, take a look at the problem, bring out a cameraman, solve it. Everything was A+ professional. They were easy to talk to. They're clean, they're friendly, they make eye contact. First, Justin looked at the situation and he instantly knew that we needed to get a camera to figure out where the problem was in the line. And a cameraman came out within, it was something silly like 15 minutes. And I believe his name was David. And he helped look at the line from my clean out in the basement and quickly diagnose exactly where the problem was, because they were using, which was just great, they used the eye of the camera to actually see where the block started. And then they could measure that whole distance and say, here's exactly where you have a problem. It was one of those situations where the problem was going to require some digging, which is never fun, and instantly you think, oh dear God, how much is this going to cost me? And what was great was they were able to give me a bid to let me know approximately what it was going to cost to dig out the side of my house and look where the sewer line was having damage. They also were able to sort of look at the situation just from what they could see from looking from my clean out and say it's one of 3 problems, which was phenomenal. It wasn't one of those situations where someone says, oh, this is going to be a mess and I have no idea what we're getting into, and this might be expensive and I can't say anything yet until we start digging. And it's like, that's just not right. So it turned out that the reason I had a problem was that my neighbor had done some remodeling about 6 months prior. So when she cut off her clay pipes with a plumber that was not doing work to permit, I inherited her holes. And so dirt started coming into my sewer line. Best was able to show me with the camera all the places where her cut lines were bringing dirt into my line. Best was able to show her that work. She's now contacted that plumber to talk to them about the work that they did that wasn't to code. And people think they're saving money when they do something not to code, and actually it comes out, in the end to be a bigger problem. Everything got fixed in a day, which was great. The guys dug the hole, they diagnosed the problem, they repaired the problem, they had the city come out. They're a legit organization which has permits pulled, has the city review it, has the city pulled off or signed off on it. Once you do all that digging, it's just great that someone kind of thoughtfully comes back over, checks everything for you, just to give you the reassurance that not only have they fixed this problem, but they're not creating another problem. And you know that you're getting work done to a certain standard that's appropriate, especially for repair work on an older house, and Best does that. If my best friend had this problem, and if my worst enemy had this problem, I'd have them call Best Plumbing. It's just not the kind of problem that I wish even on my worst enemy, and it's great to just know that, wow, you don't have to agonize over, look up, on Google, all the plumbers and all the words that start with A start first, and the folks that have the crazy phone numbers come next, and you're just kind of wondering, is this a commodity buy, or is this a buy where I should get educated? But I don't have time to get educated because my sewer line's backed up. So what do? You call Best.